Welcome to Finding Holiness, where we delve into timeless Torah wisdom, revealing the sacred in everyday moments. Join us on a journey to elevate your spirituality and discover holiness in every aspect of life. I'm your host, Rabbi David Kadosh, and together, let's embark on a path of spiritual exploration. I hope you enjoy this next episode. If you clicked on this episode, it was probably because the title caught your attention. So here's some background information. I was studying Shulchan Aruch, the laws of Borer on Shabbat, separating, and I came across the last halacha in the section which prohibited churning butter on Shabbat due to the skimming of the fat from the milk. This is considered separating and is prohibited on Shabbat. Following that, in the final line of the entire section, I read a statement in the Ramah written by Rabbi Moshe Isserlis that was jaw-dropping. He writes, Harokek baruach beshabbat, veharuach mefazer harok, hayav mishum zoreh. One who spits in the wind on Shabbat, and the wind disperses the saliva, he is liable for zoreh, winnowing. Winnowing is the act of blowing a current of air through grain in order to remove the chaff. This is often done by throwing the grain in the air and letting the wind do its work. I was so fascinated by this halacha that I spoke about it to the morning minyan and promised them that I would look more into it. Because really, what possessed the Ramah to talk about this and use this specific example? It turns out that not many people hold of this law, for many reasons. For one, the Kaf HaChaim says that spitting isn't the normal way of throwing something in the air and to separate it. Secondly, in order to be liable for winnowing, the object being separated must come from the ground, and the liquid saliva in one's mouth does not. In fact, it seems even the Ramah himself may have retracted, for later on in the laws of Pesach, he writes that if one finds chametz in his home on Yom Tov, he should crumble it up and throw it in the wind so it disperses. So what's going on here? Is there a deeper meaning to this line? In my humble opinion, I think the Ramah is trying to teach us a lesson in our perception of spirituality, which is often alluded to by ruach or ruchniut. Every individual chooses to stand on a straight line in his proximity to God. Some are closer, some are more distant. The closer we are, the more we seek to cleave to Him, the more spiritual we become. When we pull back, we lose that holiness aspect. Life is filled with mundane moments where we have two choices: consider it natural or seek the sacredness within it. These mundane moments are referred to as days of the week, Yemei Chol. Chol actually means unsacred. And then there are moments that are undoubtedly and unquestionably blessed and sanctified. They are filled with kedusha and only goodness. These moments are few, but way more special. These are the Shabbat moments. Almost everyone can see that so vividly. The spiritual effect is undeniable, except for that one guy. There's the person that chooses to spit in the wind on Shabbat. To him, there is nothing special about it. In fact, he despises God and anything associated with it. And the more concentrated the holiness gets, the more disgusted he becomes. To him, ruchniut, spirituality, is worthless. These individuals are liable to zoreh. Zoreh comes from the root word zar. To God, he is considered a stranger. He is excommunicated. Vezar lo yikrav alehem, as the Torah tells us. The final Mishnah in the first chapter of Masechet Kiddushin describes a person who is familiar with Torah and Mishnah and Derech Eretz to be like a threefold cord which cannot be broken. It is so strong with material that matters. How can he sin? But a person who contains no Torah, no Mishnah, no Derech Eretz, who sees no holiness aspect anywhere in the world, Eno min ha-yishuv. He does not even belong in civilization. He becomes just an object in society that serves no purpose. One who spits in the wind on Shabbat is liable for zoreh. He is like a zar. Maybe this is what the Ramah was really trying to impart to us in this halacha.